party's flag. The protesters now maintain 5 demands that Mr. Sherman already talked about: the withdrawal of the extradition bill, drop charges against the protesters, launch an investigation into the police forces, and universal suffrage, which would allow voters to directly pick their leaders instead of hand-picked leaders of their chief executive by Beijing. As a ranking member of the Subcommittee on Asia and the Pacific and Nonproliferation, I've been extremely outspoken against the continued deterioration of rights and freedoms in Hong Kong. The passage of these important pieces of legislation will send a strong message to President Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party that these abuses will not be tolerated by the international community. Keep in mind that China and Great Britain signed this international agreement in 1997, where it stated that Hong Kong would be an autonomous region, self-ruled, and have an independent judiciary system. Only 22 years into it, Xi Jinping has said, as far as he's concerned, that agreement is null and void. And so you see the people of Hong Kong standing up in protest because they've experienced freedom and liberty. They're willing to risk their life. I just had a group of Hong Kong students come in. These are the ones that are right in the face, right in the forefront of the protests in Hong Kong, and they came to our office begging for help by the American people, by the American government. Now, granted, Hong Kong, we all know, is a province of China, but we also know there was an agreement for 50 years it was to be autonomously ruled with an independent judiciary committee that Xi Jinping and the Communist Party of China have canceled. And I think this is a message for all people of the intent of what China is doing. We, as members of Congress,